This is interesting. Second date update right now. Julia and Brendan. We're going to see if we can get them back out again. But they kind of went out on a pretty serious date. It was a wedding they went to.
Yes, it was.
So it wasn't that they hung out a couple times before, and then she invited him like, hey, what the heck? He's a good-looking guy.
Right.
I need a date. Why not?
Sure.
And so he said yes. They went and had a good time. So we have Brendan on hold right now because since the date, and since the wedding, I should say, she has not heard from him. So let's see if we can get him on the phone right now. Brendan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, man. Thank you for coming on with us today. Wanted to talk to you real quick about this whole wedding that you went to with Julia. You just heard us talking right there. I guess the last time she talked to you was at the wedding and when you dropped her off back at the hotel. But since then, has heard nothing from you. But we thought it was pretty cool that you were down to go to a wedding. And she said that you had a great time together.
Yeah, I mean, that's not exactly the whole story, but I guess that's not totally untrue.
Well, what happened?
Well, did she mention she was the maid of honor at this wedding?
Ooh, she did not mention that.
Yeah, so basically, pretty much for the whole night after the first 10 minutes we got there, like, she pretty much just abandoned me and was fulfilling her maid of honor duties the whole night. I didn't really understand, like, why I was even there, basically.
Okay, but you understood that she had maid of honor duties. I mean, it's her friend, and she's got to be, like, you know, on the bride's side the whole time, right?
Well, yeah, it's not that I don't understand that, but what I don't understand is why she would even bother inviting me to something like that if that was going to be the case where we weren't even going to be together most of the night.
I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah, it is a good point. Did you kind of know that going in, though, that she was going to be the maid of honor and that she probably would be busy?
Honestly, she did tell me ahead of time, but she didn't tell me just how extreme it was going to be. We didn't even sit at the same table. She sat at, like, the head table or whatever. So I sat with a bunch of people I didn't even know.
Right.
And then, like, so obviously, like, we weren't together during the ceremony because she was part of it. And then she went away for, like, hours to take pictures and stuff like that. So it's not like I didn't know, but she didn't explain to me just how little I would actually even be seeing her that night. It was just pointless for me to even be there. Like, I have no idea why I was invited to this wedding.
So you felt like you were kind of ditched in all this?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're not calling her back because of this? I mean, you couldn't have talked it out with her a little bit?
Come on. I kind of hinted at the night of, but, you know, I didn't want to ruin her big night and whatever. So, but, like, no. If she was that oblivious to know that I would just be abandoned and, like, to invite me something like that just to have me sit by myself, come on. Like, she's not that oblivious. I feel like she didn't want to go without a date, so she invited me. And she was just kind of using me. It's kind of how I felt.
Okay. All right. Well, Brendan, I got to tell you that we have Julia on the phone with us as well. And that's how we got your phone number. I want to bring her back on. Okay. Julia.
Brandon, I'm really sorry. I didn't consider your feelings, and I just didn't think about it because it was a lot going on that day. And because we did have a good date or two, I figured why not? It was this open bar and food, and I just figured, hey, come, I like you. So no, it wasn't that I was oblivious. I was really consumed what was going on, and it was overwhelming. And if you felt that way, you just could have told me. Just like, I'm not a psychic. Just because you hinted at something, which you're hitting on deaf ears, apparently. I didn't hear any of that until now.
I get everything you're saying, but I just don't understand why you would invite me to something like when we weren't going to spend time to each other. It's not like I'm blaming you for being a good maid of honor. Like, that's not what I'm doing here. But, like, at the same time, like, there was no point of me being there.
I mean, you could have expressed this, and again, I am sorry because I didn't realize that's how you felt, and I didn't think it through. I guess I'm going to just say that right now. But again, we had a good time, and I figured why not invite you to a wedding? I mean, it was free liquor, free food, and I mean, like, why not?
Free liquor to be your DD and your arm candy that you don't talk to. Come on now.
I mean, okay, I am sorry. I don't know what else I can convey to you. I am human. So I'm like, I don't understand why this is like a big deal for you. I don't get it.
I just see, I see you guys both in tough spots on this because one, Brendan's trying to figure out where he fits in and all this. And then Julia, obviously this is one of your best friends if you're the maid of honor. So you have those responsibilities. You guys did have a fun date prior to the wedding or dates or whatever. So what about kind of hitting the reset button and you guys hanging out again? No wedding, obviously. And,
right.
kind of giving this another shot. What do you think about that, Julia?
I'm all for that. Again, I didn't realize that it was like this. I was just really trying to be a good maid of honor. So can we at least try another date somewhere else, Brandon? I mean, like, let's not forget our first date or so. Come on.
No,
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
think so. Like, it was just basically, you know, I was just so angry. Like, honestly, this whole time since the wedding, it's just really not anything I'm interested at this point. Like, it was pretty much like you just blew me off and we're just kind of getting to know each other. So I don't know.
Wow.
I'm good.
Wow. I mean, I guess you're looking for like a perfect human, and I guess I'm not her.
All right, guys. Well, listen, Julia, I'm sorry we couldn't make another date happen. I know
Right.
you were in a tough spot. Brendan, thank you for coming on with us, and you guys have a great day, okay?
Thanks.
Take care.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, I would feel uncomfortable too if I was Brendan, but he did agree to go and knew that
Yeah.
she was the maid of honor. I mean, if you've been to any wedding or seen any maid of honor or best man, they're going to be busy.
Yeah, you're basically only going to see him during dinner.
I don't know where I stand on this. I don't know if she did anything wrong. I mean, it may not have been the best idea to invite him, but all right, where are you guys at? 800-992-1099, 800-992-1099.